The best conversationalists are not the ones who talk more, they're the ones who listen best. The world is filled with everyone talking and less people listening. So, if you are able to become a great listener, you would have the right rooms open to you. If you're just coming across the channel, you're welcome. My name is Hidi James and I am a confidence coach. And this channel right here, this is our confidence room where we become a more confident person, a better public speaker, and show up unapologetically. So mark your presence by subscribing to the channel and let's get straight to business. I tell you for a fact that I used to be the worst listener. I always felt like when I get more words out, the person will go back remembering me. And I'm sure you think the same, but that is absolutely wrong. People remember you not by what you said, but how you made them feel. And sometimes you might not even say a word during a conversation, and someone walks away feeling like it was the best conversation they ever had. Communication is more than just getting the words out. It's I talk, you listen, you talk, I listen. So to become a great listener, listen to understand and not listen to respond. Most times when we're having conversations with people, we're really not listening in to hear what the person is saying. Yes, we're just waiting for when it's our time to talk. So we are in our heads thinking of what to say next. And your body is going to follow what you think. And that is why you can have a conversation with someone and not see that the facial expression of the person is tallying with the message that you are sending to the person. That is already wrong. And it makes you a bad conversationalist. So when someone talks to you, listen, understand what that individual is saying, and when it's time for you to speak, take a moment and then respond. That way, the person sees that you are actively listening to them during the course of the conversation. When next you're having a conversation with someone, I want you to be fully present. Your presence is a gift. You can give people the gift of your time and they will walk away being grateful for a lifetime. Yes. So while you're having a conversation with that someone, let your mind, soul, and body connect to that conversation. In the beginning, when you're trying to become a better listener, you might find your thought waiting. Once you catch yourself, bring it back to the conversation. Always remember that of all the many people in the world, this person chose to have a conversation with you. Your time is valuable. Your time is valuable. Make it worthwhile. To make a conversation more interesting, I want you to ask questions that make you go deeper. Do not ask yes no questions. When you're having a yes no question, it's going to be a boring conversation. I talked about this in the video Becoming a Better Conversationalist. You should definitely check it out. So, when the person is talking, listen to what the person is saying, the emotions the person is actually portraying, and go deeper. This is going to lead to the person expressing his or herself more. Now, I know what you're saying. This person might feel like I don't have what to say. This person is just talking and I feel like I am boring. I'm not a good conversationalist. Actually, no. People love to talk about themselves. As I did say in the beginning of this video, the world is filled with more people talking and less people listening. So if you're someone who listens, you actually get liked more. And that person will always remember you as opposed to someone who's having more of the conversation because you just made them have this feeling of importance. If you're trying to strike a deal with someone, let the person do more of the talking and you be the listener. You're going to see that it's a lot more easier to get that deal as opposed to you doing the talking. In the course of listening, you're going to see gray areas. You're going to understand the person more and you're going to know how to approach the person in a way that shows the person being of advantage as opposed to you. People who negotiate and strike deals know that this is a very important skill. Communication is a skill, and so is listening, so you need to get good at it. So, ask questions that go deeper and leave the yes no questions for the guy you don't like. Yeah, I didn't say anything. This happens so many times, interrupting people during a conversation. My partner used to say this. Judy, you love interrupting. You know this happens when you're in a conversation with someone and you just want to see that thing. To become a better listener, Let people flow with your line of thought, and then you go ahead and speak when it's your time to speak. Because you might interrupt someone and they forget the important message that they wanted to tell you, that completely lost in thought. So I know that you're super excited. I just want to interject and say what you have to say. But if you can only pause in that moment, listen to the person, understand the person, once you're able to respond, when you speak, your words will be more valuable because the person feel like he listened, she listened, now it's my time to listen. Where are the coaches in the house? Because if there's anything that is so feud in this world, is opinion, advices. Everyone just seems to have what to say. These are the advice dumpers. They always have the best advice to give to you. Yes, I used to be guilty as charged. Someone is sharing something with you and immediately have the advice to give to the person. No, when people need your advice, then you can tell them. But at the time they're talking, ask yourself, does this person want a listening ear or does the person want an advice? And you can even go ahead and ask the person, what would you like best from me? Would you like me to tell you what to do in this situation? Or would you love me to just listen? But it's best that you even read the room. And someone can be crying, someone can be talking about something that hurts them. Just listen in that moment. Be the shoulder they can cry on. Sometimes the best conversations are the ones where you don't even say anything because the person just feels, at least he was listening. One person sees me, and you just might be that one person. You can leave the advice for some other time because most times when people are talking to you and trying to figure things out, you already know what they want to do. In speaking to you, they're getting clarity and they make decisions that's right for them, as opposed to you just going over and giving them your own advice. It wouldn't be considered valuable as that. Did this hurt? No, it shouldn't. I had to make a conscious effort to ensure that when someone is talking, sometimes they don't just want the advice, they just want to be listened to. To become a better listener, watch the person's body language. Words are only 7% of the communication. The body does the talking. You can ask someone, hi girl, how are you doing? And the person says, I'm fine. You could already tell that even if the person is saying, I'm fine, the body language doesn't show that the person is fine. And a good listener would not just take the words, the person would go further to say, what's wrong? And there was this one time I was having a random conversation with a friend, and I was like, hi, girl, how are you? And the way she said she was fine, I knew something was wrong. So I pulled her to the corner. I'm like, girl, what exactly is wrong? It wasn't up to seconds, and she started to tear up. Imagine that I had not looked again. I probably would have just taken that she is fine and not be present for that person at that time. Now, listening here is not just to become a better communicator, it's so that we can be present for the people we love, our parents, our siblings, our partners, the friends that we get to meet, the stranger that we'll get to connect with. The more you are good at listening, the more you'll be able to make someone's day brighter. And if you do that, guess what? You're going to be able to win a network of people who absolutely love you. When next you're tempted to have more of the words in a conversation, remember the words of Maya Angelou that people will forget what it is you did. They will even forget what it is you said, but they will never forget how you made them feel. The next conversation you want to have after you watch this video, make that person feel seen, make that person feel heard, and make them feel valued by how much you listen to them. If you enjoyed this video, then be sure to check out this next video because it would help you to talk to anyone in the room, even if you were the shyest person.